Billy, I suppose the end of a long season, what's the vibe like in the dressing room at the moment?
Disappointment, you know. Look, I don't want to take away from Cork's victory, don't believe in that kind of stuff, but, you know, the 10 minutes there with the black car, we kind of suffered badly in that 10-minute period. That's no one's fault, only our own, you know, but it kind of slipped away from us in that 10 point and we kept banging away with it from there, and doesn't mean we'd have won if we had the 15 minutes on at the time, but I think that's where the game was won, really. You know?
Do you feel at half-time going in a point down that maybe you should have been level or even better with a couple of the chances you had?
Yeah, you could say that, but look, Cork missed chances as well too, you know. We always look at ourselves, but yeah, I thought we had probably Keane Shee went in there. Maybe if he could have, with a runner coming in, we could have probably had a goal chance, but look, I don't know, we had 5 or 6 boys maybe. I'm not sure. Cork certainly had 2 or 3 anyway, and I think there were swings and roundabouts at that point. But we could have been even, we could have been point ahead if we were that bit, the efficiency was better. But if John was sitting here, I'm sure he'd do the same for Cork in the first half.
Obviously, the 4 changes to the team that was named in the programme and worked, you have a bit of a different dynamic with the players who came in, and then you're able to introduce the players who were named to start but didn't play it on, and they made an impact as well.
Yeah, look, we've a very competitive squad and we want to keep it competitive, and lads deserve a chance, you know. The lads that started, it wasn't certainly in form. Anyone was taken out from the Kerry game. It was just about, you know, put in lads who felt we played a challenge against Galway and fellas deserved an opportunity. The lads who had started against Kerry got us in most of the final, you know. They didn't need to prove anything to us, and we need to see where we were anyway as a group ahead of Division 2 next year when you're playing teams of this calibre. Have we got, like, why we think we might have a competitive squad in Division 2, have we? And I think it's fair to say we have. We've work to do. But look, we're disappointed. We're bitterly disappointed, you know. I would have kind of backed the lads after the Munster final, to anyone who had listened. These lads are a tremendous bunch. I'd be really, really proud of them. I never had any doubt in my head that these lads would step up here today and compete. And even when the game was slipped away, they kept banging at it. And when the second goal came, they kept banging at it. And so look, that's all you want from a team, you know. But it's disappointing, I suppose, that we didn't get over the line.
You mentioned obviously Gordon Brown's black card being a massive moment in the game. What did you make of the decision?
I didn't see it, but in talking to the Morris on the sideline, he explained what happened. And sure, if that's the rules, that's the rules.
What did happen, Billy, or what did Morris say happened?
My understanding was that Gordon body checked one of those guys. I didn't see it, so I can't. But that's what Morris. And sure, if that's it, that's it.
Billy, you're very frustrated, obviously, with the outcome. But there's an overall picture here of where Limerick football is, and you have to step back and see where you've come from to where you are. Can you take solace from that going into next year?
I don't know. You know, yeah, look, you know, from the base of these lads come from, like, I mean, no one has no idea. When people didn't know who these were lads from, I think we were 31st or 30th in Division 4. What these lads did in the 2 summers was just, you have to have serious character to do that. And we might never win All Irelands, like, but I can tell you there isn't a team in the country who would have done what these guys did. It was easier to walk away maybe, but these lads stuck at it, and the fruits of their labour, you know, they've had a good year this year, and we've had a good year maybe last year and the year before. But look, as an organisation, we want to keep challenging ourselves and try and move upwards, you know, and stay upwards, and as we go along. But we're, you know, we've a lot of work to do as a county. These lads will go at it again, you know, and yeah, I wouldn't have any worries about them, you know. But you know, we have to find a bit more improvement. We've gone from Division 4 to Division 3. We're heading to Division 2. And you're playing games at calibre of Cork week in, week out now in 2023. And so we need to, 4 or 5 point losses, whatever we lost by, won't be any good to us next year. You know, we have to find a way to try and get over the line in matches, and that's the challenge.
You brought back to a goal there. You got the goal and they got a couple of points after. It was back to 2 points, sorry, at that stage, yeah.
I wasn't telling you fuck off now, like. But having said that, no, you haven't asked the question yet.
Yeah. No, well, there was about 5 minutes there then without a score, and we had a good position. Was that what really done for us in the match?
It's certainly, I think we were down 2 and we had a chance to go to 1 down for a free and we missed it. And You see, I suppose it was so long, we didn't know how much injury time was going. We were in the 68th, 69th minute. You had to chase the game. In fairness, Cork were down a man as well at that stage, so we had to go at it like him. But invariably, teams of this calibre, they hit you in the counter then, and they pace all over the place and coming at it. So, but you know, we could have sit there and just prodded away at them up to them. Like, you know, we have to try and go and win the game. But certainly, if we got the free, they bring us back one. Who knows? I don't know. I really don't know. But it was an opportunity to get a point closer, and we could have seen from there. You know.
And then it was what got him back then was the penalty. Was that one of the moments you said, "Oh God, this isn't the time to give away a penalty"?
Yeah, but I suppose if Paul didn't make the tackle, he'd have scored the goal, wouldn't he? So you're damned if you do, damned if you don't. The problem was it came out too easy from the forward line. And that high up the field, and they escaped. You know, the likes of Matty Taylor and Sean Porter, they're seriously pacey, like, and I can't remember how it worked up, like, but I think it's fair to say that if the tackle didn't go in, he'd have stuck it anyway. Maybe not, I don't know.
Just out of it today, let's say there's, you know, between the Munster final and today, like you started 19 players and you've, there's another couple came on as subs anyway. Do you think there's enough depth in the squad now to compete in Division 2?
Yeah, there's definitely depth in the squad in terms of competition players. Trying to keep them all happy is the problem. Do you know what I mean? Because, look, historically, the Limerick football jersey doesn't hold fellas. And, you know, everyone needs to realise that there's serious effort being put in by county players up and down into the country. And everyone sees the team going well or not so well, but there's, 19 fellas behind the scene that mightn't be playing at a given time. And they can't be forgotten in it, you know. I'm always conscious of that. So look, yeah, you'd be really happy with the squad. There's no question about that. You'd be looking to try and add to it and bring it on another step, you know, and challenge the lads to challenge themselves and all that kind of stuff. So we'll see.
And just after, let's say, the disappointment of the Kerry game, where, you know, it ended up fairly one-sided score at the end of it. Were you happy at least that the team really pulled their way back into it? You know, just didn't let that affect them and put in a performance today?
Yeah, look, we had 6 shots at goal in the first half against Kerry. The plan was to keep it tight for 20 minutes. We got to 29 minutes, it was 7-3. We were hanging on to them, really. They weren't at their most efficient in front of goals thing. But like, we had 6 shots the first, we were down 9 points. We said we'd just go at it. And we know, well, like, Kerry a different gravy to where we're at, you know. So when you go at that, what we're going to learn by just keeping the scoreline down. We want to see where we need to get to, and you're going to learn that by keeping the scoreline down. So we went at it and showed that people talk all they want about us. We're not interested in people. I'm not interested in people who are interested in Limerick football.
Is it an easier sell now, Billy, that you mentioned that holding on, keeping fellas in the football jersey wasn't always the easiest thing? Has it become easier over the last couple of years?
It's getting more harder. You're trying to keep fellas, you know, keen, and everyone's games now, you see, you know, so it's a bit more challenging with the squad we got. Yeah, them lads are tremendous, you know, but, you know, they all want game time, they all want to know where they stand, which they're entitled to. They're entitled to know they're putting a big, huge effort into it to try and, you know, get on the team, and we got to be, as a management team, we have to be respectful of that. So, but that's fantastic, like, you know, from our point of view. Yeah, but when I racked up last summer, the last fellas, there was some fellas who still wouldn't come in, like. Hurler's going well in the county, we're all delighted for that because we waited a long time for success in Limerick, so we just got to keep tipping away at it. Limerick is about the 4th field sport in Limerick. That's where we are at, and that's coming from a man who's lived and bred 30 or 40 years in Limerick football, so I don't have any issue with that. It's just where we sit, and that's where the sport is, and we just get on with it, and we don't be looking for excuses, just drive on.
Do you think, Billy, lastly, that you got the most out of yourselves today? In other words, like, you look like a man, if I'm interpreting you there, that feels that an opportunity slipped away today?
Look, I'm not into kind of taking from opposition teams, but I just felt that maybe we could have got over the line today. We've only, you know, playing with the 14 minutes, meaning that 10 minutes was a killer for us, you know. We never know. We'll never know whether, but you know, but I'd be very disappointed more so than ever. We will come down to Cork. You know, traditionally we know this was a 28-3 in terms of victories. That was in the programme anyway. In terms of championship, you know, so it was always going to be a big task and a big ask. But you know, and it was on the back of a poor show on national television and the Munster final, and we had some people, you know, signing our death warrant, you know what I mean, the way they were commenting about us. I don't think that's acceptable, that kind of behaviour, you know. But if that's what they want to do, that's fine. So the lads came back and bounced back today, and you know, it's probably what I'm always saying, or have always said about them. Look, they're a great bunch of lads. They're very proud. They're keen to challenge themselves. They're keen to challenge us and to try and maximise where we are. And you know, like, we don't need anyone to tell us that we're not at the level of Kerry or Dublin, but we have to strive to try and get to the next level, whatever that level is, and that's what we are striving for. And as I said earlier, we only worry about people who are interested in Limerick football.